What's up, everybody? Scott and AJ back here. What is this? It's always golf o'clock episode, what,
47.
47, I think. So we missed
47, baby.
we missed a week, but we're rolling it, getting to the end of summer. What football's going, huh? And
Yeah, preseason game right now. We got
yeah,
Washington and
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati are on TV. Yep,
That's your
yep.
team, the Commanders slash.
Yeah, it's preseason. It's preseason.
Yep.
First unit looked pretty good, and we'll see. We gotta get Terry McLaurin back, but
Yep.
yeah, it's just exciting time. Kids went back to school last week, so we start a little bit
Hard
earlier.
to
So it
believe.
was nice getting back on a routine. And yeah, back to work, back doing things that we need to do. But it's been nice. It's been a good week so far. So
Yep.
good week going back to school.
And then what? Believe it or not, we actually got the first college football game this weekend, which is hard to believe, which we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll do our pick at the end.
Start our
But
picks, man. They're starting back up. Year two of the
yep,
picks.
yep, yep.
I gotta get the championship belt out here somewhere because I
I
kicked your
know.
butt last year. So we're gonna have to see
I
if you
have
can
to
come back.
3D print a trophy for that or something.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
But, but yeah, let's get into a little bit of golf. So like we talked about last episode, you obviously played at what, Jamestown this past
Yep.
weekend, or not this past weekend, the weekend before, and then I was out in Arizona in some crazy extreme heat, but we got through it, drank a ton of water and Gatorade, 117 degrees on the Thursday we were there in Scottsdale, played a executive course, a few par fours on the front nine, a few on the back, but mostly par threes. And we played, but since nobody's out there, they let us pair up in groups of twos, and we played six people. We played best ball, but my group, me and Ryan, won. Shot at what, a 65. The next group shot a what do we got here? The next group, so we had a 65, the next group had a 71, and then the last group had a 75. So Ron and I
Par,
played pretty decent.
par
So
60, par 60, par
yeah,
three,
par
par
60.
60.
So
Yeah.
just four over on that. So we played pretty decent. It was extreme heat. Like I told you earlier, man, we got to the 15th hole and it got hard to see the ball because you were sweating, the heat just coming off the ground. Like you were squinting, I was squinting to see the ball, and we just didn't hit it well for
Dude,
about two
it
holes.
was 117 degrees out
Yeah,
there.
dude, it
What do you
was.
expect?
I probably drank four waters, four Gatorade. It was crazy, but we got through. There's actually a few other people out there, not too many, but and then it was cool. The next day we played. Of course, we were really looking forward to cool it off a little bit. It really wasn't as. It was still hot the next day, but
You played early too. You played in the
yeah,
morning,
we
right?
played more at around the 9 o'clock time, and then
Yeah.
there was a breeze. It was a little more open. There was a breeze. So we played TPC Scottsdale. We didn't play the stadium course. We played the what do they call it? The championship
Championship.
course.
Yeah.
Um, and that was, man, if yeah, it's the Champions course. If you haven't been out there, it's great. They got a whole separate clubhouse. So you pull up, you kind of see the waste management signs. The clubhouse is great. I personally liked it. We've talked in the past about TPC Tampa Bay. That was
Yep.
great.
Yep.
That course was immaculate too, but I thought this one was in better shape. Maybe a little bit easier, still hard. Total different landscape because playing in the desert. It's a little bit flatter. The TPC in Tampa Bay had more sand.
Water. Water.
Yeah, well, this actually had some water, believe it or not. It was crazy. One had some water off to the left a little bit, but you really had to go way left. And then 18 had some water. I'm trying to think there's another hole, but
Do
I'll
you
put
do you remember TPC Tampa,
yeah.
Scott? There was water on like I remember there
Yeah,
was a
almost
lot of
every
water
hole
on
on
the
the back
front,
nine.
but I remember the back nine. There was water in play on every
Yep.
shot, sometimes multiple shots. Like
Right.
you hit one water on one spot, and you had another spot later up on the fairway.
Right.
So that was the one thing about TPC Tampa. I love the layout. I thought it was awesome course in great
Yeah.
shape, but it was a very difficult course, and that's what I've heard of. The TPC courses are hard.
Yeah.
They're tour player championship courses. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right. It
So
was
they are hard.
it was hard. We should have probably played up in some tees a little bit, especially with skill set of some of us that were playing. But I will get to that in a second. But kind of the layout of the course, it's obviously flat like the desert. Immaculate shape. Greens were awesome, rolled quick. But the challenge of this one is it was a little bit narrower on the fairways. And then, if you get off in the rough, it's not really rough. You're in the hard sand slash cactuses, just the desert landscape, you can hit
You
out
didn't
of
sit on
it.
a cat. You didn't sit on a cactus, did you?
Yeah. Right. You can, no, no, I did not. You can hit out of it. Plus we were dealing with the extreme heat, which totally, but one of the challenges is too, compared to here, your ball goes farther there. And the guy
Yeah,
told us before, he's
yeah.
like, your balls, you take a club less at least. Sometimes we even had to
10%,
take,
right? You say it's like 10%, right? Something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, he said on average 10 to 15 yards farther. And that happened to be on the first hole. And that's when I had to kind of get a gauge on it because we didn't really notice it the first day playing the executive course as much. We did a little bit, but it wasn't as nice of a course. But yeah, that first hole, I had a great tee shot in the middle of the fairway, probably about 100, maybe a little over 100 yards in or less. And then I hit it well, just a tad to the left of the hole, but it went up past the hole is a hill where there's like a airport on the other side, and I went into the cactus. I found my ball and was able to hit out, but I was like, "Holy cow! How did I hit that so far?" Here I would have been a club or two more. It was
Sure,
just
sure.
it was crazy, but it was cool. I'll put some more videos up on the social page, but Clubhouse is great. Just they got a small little pro shop. You can rent clubs there. What they gave the guys that rent up. I brought my own, but they had Title's clubs. Just great hospitality. But what's cool is you can actually drive over afterwards, which we did. Right next door to it is the new DraftKings Sportsbook. So we ate lunch there, and then we from there we drove over to the actual stadium course clubhouse where they have a nice
Yeah.
restaurant. We didn't eat there, but you could see I don't know if it was the ninth or 18th hole from the clubhouse, but they have more merchandise you could buy in the clubhouse there. So we got some stuff, but it was just
Cool,
TPC
cool.
was cool, and then so I shot a 93 from the blues, which I was shocked. So I played really well that day, especially for
Yeah.
the um.
Played what, 6,600 yards, a little bit over
Yeah,
66.
now granted it's a par 71, but still it's
Dude, yeah, still par 71 is it's more like
right.
6,800 yards that you
Yeah, it
played.
was at
That's a
least
that's a poke. You were hitting pretty good.
yeah, they have a combo there. I don't think we played the combo. I think we played the blues. Yeah, we played the blues. So if I got it correct, it's 66-53. So it was still
Yeah,
a little
that's
poke.
pretty good.
So
Yeah.
we should have really probably played the whites. But anyways, I had a good day there. Then the next day we teed off real early at 6 o'clock in the morning at Camelback, which TBC was nice. I probably liked Camelback better as far as the course, even though I didn't play as well. I didn't play well at all. I shot a 101 that day, but that was more because I really didn't have my clubs down because it's hole nine. I did the same thing, par five, goes along some water, coming back towards the clubhouse there. Great view of Camelback Mountain. Coming back in, and my third shot, I take a good, my 51 degree. Here it would have probably been right at the green, but I just went left and long, bounced on the concrete, bounced over the awning by the clubhouse. Like, holy cow.
You're gonna end up on Camelback Mountain.
Yeah, exactly. But it's actually this resort is owned by Marriott, it's Marriott JW Marriott Camelback Resort, but they got two courses there. We played the Padre, and then I think it's the I can't remember what the other course there is, maybe the Ambient or something like that. But we played with a guy that's actually a member there, and he said he lives on the other course, and he said it actually has better views, but I highly
So
recommend.
it sounds like what you're saying is we're heading out to TPC
Yes.
Scottsdale here
Yeah.
sometime in the
Not
future,
cheap,
aren't we? Nope.
but
We're heading out, aren't we?
it was great golf and great resorts. Highly recommend both if you're going on a golf trip out there. But yeah, we'll have to get out there, our local golf group too. But that was kind of my golf. I love the Scottsdale Phoenix area. Don't now, granted the heat was a little crazy,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's great. But highly recommend those courses, and play
Sounds
with
like a
your
great
golf.
trip. Sounds like you had a
Yeah,
great trip.
yeah. So
Good.
when you played at what, Jamestown?
Yeah, we went to Jamestown. Alex and I went to Jamestown Park. Went Sunday morning, golf at Jamestown Park. Course is in good shape. They punched the greens here in early July, but they're back. They're pretty much everything's filled in. Course was lush and green. A little wet out there because we had some rain the day before, so it was a little wet out there, but it was still 90 degrees on the cart path, which is nice. I played well. I shot an 80 overall, 40 and a 40, pretty consistent. I want to say one under par or maybe even going into seven. Yeah, I was even going into seven. And that's a short par four with that pine tree on the right that you don't want to hit into because you can't get out
Yeah.
underneath it. Hit a
Yep.
good drive. I went past the tree, but I kind of short sided myself, and the rough is starting to thicken up a little bit with all the rain we've had. So the ball with the Bermuda rough, the ball will actually sit down in the rough. You had to almost like be on top of it to find it. And you really have to kind of take a pretty hefty swing. So I hit it, and I hit it kind of in the middle of the green and kind of just rolled off the back. So I bogeyed that one. Then I bogeyed eight. Pin was front right, and I hit it. I hit it front left, and I came off the green a little bit on the left, chipped up, missed the putt. So I bogeyed that one. So I'm still two over going into nine, and then I friggin' double bogey nine. So there's my 40. And then it was kind of like the opposite nine holes. I bogeyed 10, um, bogeyed 11, par 12. Probably hit the best shot I've hit all year off of 12. The third shot into 12, I was under a tree. I had to hit a low hook, had to hit a low hook, 148 yards, a low hook around the tree, not hit the guys on the tee box, right? I told him to watch out. I was like, I'm going to hit a low hook here. I'm going to try to get this one to run up on the green. Hooded a little 7-iron, and it really low hook, lined out there, jumped up on the green, 10 feet away, 8 feet away, and I missed the putt for par, but it was a really, really good shot. So I'm two over. I was one over at the time because I bogeyed 10. I don't know if I bogeyed 11. I don't remember. No, I don't think I bogeyed 11. So I was one over. Then I bogeyed the par 3 13, and then I doubled 14 from the middle of the
Oh
fairway.
man.
So frustrated. Hit a great drive, hit a decent 8-iron in. I was 165 in, and just kind of clipped the tree. That's one that goes by the road. It goes all the way down. It's a par. You have to hit an iron off the tee. It's the dog leg left.
Hmm.
Kind of clipped the tree. It was a little short, and then just kind of muffed my wedge. Just kind of got right underneath it. Left it there. Had a chip up. So I double bogeyed that one, and then I parred in. And I parred the last 5 in. So
Nice.
kind of a little bit of a mixed bag around, but I putted really really well. I had 20 26, 27 putts, I think, on the round. That saved my round for that. I had a lot of putts where I hit some long putts and just played a good round of golf. So if I can putt like that and share up some of the shots that I was hitting, I'll definitely be in the mid 70s. So
Yeah,
but
I
it's good.
had
Alex didn't play as well. Alex shot in the 90s. He struggled a little bit, but he's kind of honing in because he's getting his leagues out there. So they'll be playing playoffs of the leagues coming up. So I got to give him a call, find out how he did. So we may try to get out there again this weekend to kind of get him, ready to go for because he's got playoffs next week, I think, for the league. So see how he
yeah,
does.
I my putting was decent. I had a few three putts, but what killed me is, my biggest thing right now is hitting greens in regulation. Saturday when I played worse, I only had one of 18. That includes the
Yeah, that
putts.
hurts. That you
And
can't score very well when you do that.
no, even though I shot pretty decent on Friday at TPC, I still only had three or four greens in regulation, so I got to get that down. That's my biggest thing now. Could have maybe put a little bit better, but I still didn't putt too bad, especially for his tough. But key out there too is the greens are quick because they're dry and then they're small,
Yeah.
so you got to really land it. Yeah, you don't want to play long. You're better off playing short, especially since the ball goes farther. But anyways, that it was a good
Good.
end of golf. But yeah, so we got the Tour Championship coming up this weekend.
Well, yeah, the Scotty Scheffler won again.
Mhm.
Maybe he can give you a couple greens and regulations off of
Yeah,
his
no
card.
kidding.
The dude's just so good. He's
Yeah.
so good. Came back, hit that shot on 17, which was unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's a machine right now. Like we haven't seen anything like this. I think since Tiger Woods.
I agree. Yep.
Honestly, just the consistency and he's always at the top of the leaderboard. He's just a good player.
Yep. He's without his main caddy right now.
Yeah, yeah, very humble.
Mm.
I just and he plays so smart. It's fairway, puts it in the green. He stays out of trouble. He hits away from trouble, which is smart. He doesn't, and then he hits the putts. Now he's putting well. So,
Yep.
I think he's pretty much locked up the tour championship. He's definitely locked up the player of the year. And I think if he just plays his game, he's going to win the tour championship. I think he's going to, lead the U.S. Ryder Cup team here at Bethpage to a big win.
Yeah, yeah,
Go from there.
that'd be cool. Maybe we'll get together and watch that or something.
Yeah, that'll
Um,
be fun. That'll be fun.
no, yeah, it's crazy what he's doing. Matter of fact, let me pull up that page real quick and what is it? The top what do you got? The top 30?
So yeah, top 30 will be playing this week at East Lake
Yeah,
out in
so yeah, here's the
Atlanta, outside
yeah,
Atlanta.
here's the club they're playing at East Lake. I think it's been around since what, 1904. Yeah, right here.
Something like that. Yep. Hmm.
Oldest golf course, the home of legendary golfer Bobby Jones. So
Yeah.
um just a beautiful, beautiful course too. Might be a little warm down there. We'll see. Maybe unless the hurricane sucks some of that moisture out of the air.
Moisture out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to the golf course here. Um, yeah, there's a scorecard there and a little bit of the layout of the golf course. Oop, we'll not zoom in. Here's your scorecard here. So yeah, par 72 from the championship, 75,
15. It's nothing for
15.
them. It's nothing for those guys. They're so
Yeah,
good.
no. And then over here we got everybody that's playing. What is it, your top 30?
Top 30 are in. Yeah, top 30 are
Yep.
in.
And then my guy Ricky missed it barely, but what it was he 32
Yeah.
over because he finished top seven, but hey, at least he finished
Yeah.
decent. I
Played
fell
well.
apart towards
Played
the
well.
end, but yeah. But yeah, I'm like you, Scotty. He's just he's just playing well.
There's nothing to it. He's just so good. Just so
Yeah,
good.
right,
Yeah.
right. So we'll see
And
what
then
happens. And then they get
Liv
in the
finished
Ryder
up.
Cup, like you said.
Liv
Yep.
finished up too. I think they're going to be going to their team event, if I'm not mistaken, next week. They
Right.
so they have the individual was done. I think I want to believe John Robb won that, didn't he? I
Yep.
think he won the overall individual.
Yep.
And then they'll be going to the team event, I believe, next week. Yep, there he is. So he won the individual championship, and then they'll be look at that by like 3 points. I don't know how they do
Yeah.
all their points, everything like that. That's pretty impressive though.
Yep.
Um, so and
All right.
then
Yeah. Right here. Here's the events in what
Michigan. Yep,
weekend.
this
Weekend.
will be the one. The event details. If you hit the event details, will probably bring it up of who's playing who. But this is kind of cool. This is I think they're doing this really really well. Where they're doing this team aspect and they're doing match play and I think that's gonna be pretty cool. That's gonna be fun to
Yep.
watch.
Here. Let's see format. Yep. Team championship. There you go. 3-day eliminator.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Brand new format. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how this ends up. So
Yeah, well, I'll be definitely tuning into that a little bit this weekend, and this will be the last real golf for the year.
yeah.
Besides the Ryder
A
Cup,
Ryder Cup.
now they do flip it over, and they will start again here with the next year's FedEx Cup and
Right.
everything like that. But this is the fall series. It's not it's during football season and stuff like that. So it's you lose some of that that all the majors are done and the year's probably about over. But the Ryder Cup's coming to Bethpage, and that's going to be excited to watch here in a little bit. But yeah, last week is going to be fun to watch.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then what? Now we got college football kicking off this weekend, which is crazy hard to believe. Well,
Yeah,
they're calling it week zero, but you
this is
got
like week negative. This is like week -1, really.
yeah,
Week zero is next week.
you got a game in Ireland. You actually have two ranked teams in the Big 12, believe it or not. So go Big 12, and you got
You were
Michigan's
gonna
in
be
it for
oh god, here we go. You're gonna be heading out to it. You're gonna be heading out to
I
it, but
was, but it didn't work
unfortunately,
out
we're
with
able to do it.
work, unfortunately. Dang jobs. Yeah, my cousin's out there, my good friend Nate and his family. So I got some other friends I went to college with, but yeah, what I think K-State's ranked number 17 and Iowa State's 20 or 22. Um, so we'll see what happens, but you know who I'm going with in this game, and I'm sure I know who you're going with.
Well, we can't pick the same team for the first game, bro. Somebody's
oh,
got to
come
take
on.
the lead. Somebody's
Yeah.
got to take the lead. Somebody's got to take the lead. You'll probably get the win here, and you'll go one up like you did last year. I think you got up to like three up, and then AJ came charging back
Right.
like I always do. So yeah,
Right.
You're
I'll pull
definitely
up
gonna
the
take
website.
Kansas State.
I'll pull up the website here. So yeah, it's in Dublin, and I guess you call that that's Aviva Stadium. So there's a stadium there in the background.
It's
I think
yeah, it's awesome.
I think
Soccer
it's
stadium.
yeah, I think it's a 12 p.m. kickoff time here.
Cool.
5 p.m. Ireland. Um, but yeah, next year you got North Carolina playing versus
Oh,
TCU.
I didn't
So
know they've already
yeah, crazy.
years down the road.
Yep. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'm going with K State because they're my alma mater, and I think they're gonna have a good team this year. They got a really, really tough schedule. They start out with the defending Big 12 champion in Iowa State, and this game is nickname always been nicknamed the Farmageddon, and it's this I think it's the second oldest rivalry in the U.S. right now. It goes back over 100 years. Iowa State, because they've won the last 4 out of the 5 years, of have the record right now at 54, 50, and 4.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. So I'm not saying K-State's going to win just because they're obviously my alma mater. I think K-State's coming off a pretty big high with the way they came back and beat Rutgers in the bowl game. They've got a great quarterback. Should be a great quarterback. He struggled a little bit last year, his first full year start, but Avery Johnson's a kid to watch this year. A lot of watch lists, but played real well towards the end of that bowl game, brought them back. I didn't think they were going to win that bowl game. Somehow they came back and won that bowl game, but got some other key returners coming back on offense and defense. Just got a strong team, and I think from watching stuff they've had press conferences and other stuff in camp, I think coach has them focused. Trying to keep them to stay humble and just go out there and play their game, play a good game. So we'll see. It's going to be tough. It's not a guaranteed win. They don't start off with a conference game very often, especially in another country. So, but should be a good game. So, anyways,
Yeah,
that's my thought.
with the new landscape of college football and
Mhm.
how transfers have affected so much. I mean, you look at Florida State last year, 1-11, right? Um, you don't know. You really don't know who's going to be good
Right.
and who's not going to be good. They can pick anybody they want, but there's no consistency anymore. Iowa State was a great team last year, but I don't know
Right.
how many they lost, who they've lost, who
I don't know either.
transfers, who they
Right.
brought in.
They got their quarterback coming back.
Yeah,
I think he's supposed to be pretty good too. So,
yeah. So, but you still, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West out there right now. So
right.
I'm picking Iowa State because we have to have a winner of this game between me and you. So,
I
um,
hope you're
we got,
wrong.
yeah, but we got to do it. But we got to start it off, and it's fun to start off the season. It's fun to start football up. I'm getting excited because I'm getting ready for all my fantasy drafts for football. I got like 3 drafts that I do and everything, and I'm really pretty pumped up about that. So it's just kind of it's getting into school starting, the fall starting, in some way golf season's ending. You know what I mean? The PGA Tour and
At
all that stuff
least
is
summer
ending.
golf, right? Yeah.
But now we're going to get into fall golf where I mean you and I
Cools
didn't
down.
play we never got to play fall golf for how many years that we were working in athletics
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much. So
Right.
now we do, and now we play a good amount of golf because it's like the best time to play sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes play
Yeah.
cooler in the
Before the
morning,
time
gets nice in
changes,
the
you
afternoon.
can
Yep.
get out after work.
Yeah, from like September, October, November, I've had a lot of fun doing that. So we're definitely gonna be coming to you from a great fall golf, and hopefully our games are going to be in really really good shape right here coming up at in the fall. Planning a trip, so hopefully we'll be able to get that to work out down to Hilton Head at the end of November, and that's kind of going to be like our send off. You know what I mean? Our send off for the year. And then we'll do a couple, I'm sure, do some simulator stuff and some top golf and get ready for next
Right.
year again, man. It'll be here
Still
before
need
you
to
know it.
go. Yeah, still need to go to the local Top Golf. I forgot about that. So
Yeah.
haven't
So
played there yet. Yep. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yep, football officially starts. So not that
there
it
we go.
hasn't with preseason, but college football officially kicks off. So we'll see what happens. But that's
Great.
all I got for tonight. And
Yep.
guess
Me too.
we'll catch you all next week and we'll see who's right.
Here we go.
See you.
Bye, guys.